Good morning to lecturer and fellow friends. So we are Group 4 and we are going to present about Genting Group Berhad. My name is Winston. So now let's talk about the introduction. So Genting Group Berhad was incorporated in 1968 and it was publicly listed in 1971. Currently, the chairman of Genting Group Berhad is Tan Sri Lim Kot Thai, and previously it was Tan Sri Lim Kot Tong. So the vision of Genting Group Berhad is to be the leading integrated resort operator in the world, and the mission is committed towards providing the most delightful and memorable experiences to customers. And hard work, honesty, harmony, loyalty, and compassion is the core values of Genting Group Berhad. So now let's look at the graph. So as you can see from the graph, the revenue was increasing throughout the years, but the EBITDA was slightly decreased during 2017, but it increased to the highest level in 2018. And the next graph is about the share in 2018. So you can see the price of share is quite fluctuated and is decreasing throughout the years. And the next graph is about the net dividend per share is increasing throughout the years, especially significantly increased after 2016. So next one is about the SBU, Strategy Business Unit. So SBU usually is a fully functioning unit of a business that has its own mission and direction. So usually it operates independently and is focused on a target market. So SBU need to be big enough to have its own support such as HR training department, etc. So this principle works best for the organization which have multiple product structures such as Genting Group Berhad. So the SBU for Genting Group Berhad is Genting Malaysia Berhad, Genting Plantation Berhad, Genting Singapore Limited, Genting Energy Limited, and also Resort World Las Vegas. So now proceed to the first question. So what are the firm's most important external opportunities and threats? So for opportunities, so we use pastel to explain about this. So the first one is politics. So there will be an implementation of B20 biodiesel in the end of 2020 next year. And if this policy implemented, it will be expected to boost the demand for palm oil for around 500,000 tons per annum. So if it is implemented, it will help to increase the sales of Genting Plantation. The second one is about the economy. So it is expected to have a stable prices because there will be lower stock in the world two largest producers, which are Indonesia and Malaysia. And Genting Plantation Berhad has both business in these both countries. So from the perspective of social, so there is high labor force participation rate in Indonesia because there are more higher concentration of business of Genting Plantation in Indonesia. So if there are higher labor force participant rate, so it's more easier for them to get the labor force at a stable and lower price compared to Malaysia. So the next one is technology. So with the Nobel Prize winning technology, it could enter into the lucrative chemical market. So with that technology, it can help to unlock the potential use of palm oil and it's helped to enter a new market. And by entering into a new market, it helps to stable the revenue of the company. The next aspect is environment. So as we know, Malaysia and Indonesia are the two largest exporters of palm oil because due to the favorable weather condition in these two countries. And the last one is the legal perspective. So currently the Genting Plantation Berhad work towards the RSPO, MSPO, and SSPO certification. So this RSPO stands for Roundtable Sustainability Palm Oil, and MSPO is Malaysia Sustainability Palm Oil, and ISPO is Indonesia Sustainability Palm Oil. So by getting these three certifications, it means that the company are trying its best to minimize the negative impact of palm oil cultivation on the environment and also communities in the palm oil producing regions. So by getting these three certificates, it helps to maintain the image and reputation of Genting Plantation in this area. So next, I would like to talk about the threats. So the political issue. So there will be a potential restriction by India on palm oil imports from Malaysia. So if this decision going on, it will weaken the Malaysian palm oil export and raise the stock of Genting plantation hut. The next one is economy. So the palm oil prices fell as low as 2,263 ringgit due to the weaker Malaysia currency. So currently the Malaysia ringgit is one ringgit equal to $0.24. So lower price means lower revenue. Next, social. So the local labor means Malaysian labor tend not to work in this industry because it's trendy job, it's dangerous, demeaning and difficult. So it will make the company more dependent on the foreign country. So there is no issue on technology, but there is issue on environment. So there will be negative effect if due to the quantity for environment groups. So if there are any misconduct from the Genting Berhad, it will bring negative effect to it. And the last one is legal perspective. So if there are restriction, there will be restriction for landmark acquisition or expansion in Indonesia. So in turn, it will limit the future long-term growth and also restrict the expansion plan of Genting Plantation Park. So this is the EFE matrix of Genting Plantation Park is total is 2.11. So next question.
We are going to talk on apply the Porter's 5 forces model. So first is the threat of new entrants. So it is moderate because it is difficult on geographical reach since there are in Genting Berhad there are places which we call Genting Highlands, and this place is difficult to reach, and since it is difficult to reach, so not everybody can go there frequently. So next is for monopoly. So they have monopoly on access to distribution channel, especially Genting Highland. So in this case, they have a good places as strategic places, as it is attractive, and not every place has this kind of weather in Malaysia. So next we can talk about the rivalry among existing competitors. So it is low since less competitors except for hotels and theme park. In Genting, so we have hotels and theme park also. So the competitors are less since the land is owned by Genting Highland. And second, the industry growth rate expected to be higher than before. So before this, they have some issue regarding the lawsuit, but in 2019 they are going to be good. They expected them to be good. So next is bargaining power of buyers. So it is moderate since they have high switching costs on gaming product, but they have low switching costs in plantation, where they have a little bit problem. So next is bargaining power of suppliers. It is moderate since supplier can be substituted easily, and it is highly cost on switching product. Lastly, threats on substitutes. It is low. They have highly depreciated product since their product is quite unique, and they have no substitute product for casino di Genting for local, except for the international they have substitute products, but since this is locally, so there is no substitute product. So next time I will pass it to you.
Well, good morning to Dr. Syed and my dear fellow classmates. So I'm Puga from Group 4, and we are going now I'm going to present about who are the firm's competitors and what are their strengths. So the competitors, we are mainly focuses on the plantation side, which is the two main competitors for Genting Group Berhad plantation is FGB plantation and also Sime plantation. So FGB, it's mainly like provide agricultural services, produce palm for oil productions, and also operates worldwide. And their vision is to be amongst the world's leading integrated and sustainable agribusiness that deliver value to customers. It's not only customers, but it's for stakeholders as well. So for Sime plantation is Malaysian trading conglomerates agriculture division of Genting Group with the merger of Genting Group Berhad and so on. So it's like publicly traded as well. And Genting Visions is create a portfolio of sustainable businesses in the industrial biotechnology spaces to tap into the vast uncharted territories along the oil palm value chain as well. So next, move on to the FGV plantation strands. The first one is third largest palm oil plantation in the world. It's the third. It's not the much more famous if compared to the Genting as well. And so its market capitalization of RM 4.41 billion. And so it operates 15.161 hectares of oil palm plantation in Sabah. It might look just a small number of hectares, but then in Sabah, if we talking about 15.161, it's quite a huge impact as well. So the next one is the development in technology and plantation. It's not only emphasizes on technology, but then it emphasizes on research and development implement as well, which is strengthening research capabilities, enabling faster introduction of better and more sustainable oil palm varieties to the market. So the third one is excellent plant breeding activities. The breeding activities is for sustainable palm oil production as well. So moving on to the Genting plantation strands, the first one is strong presence. Genting has a strong presence in over 20 countries, especially in Asia Pacific, employing over 100,000 of people. It's moving on job opportunities as well. Next is the strong financial performance. Even though Genting consists of property, plantation, logistics, and other motor and so on of the sectors, but then the plantation have highly contributed to this as one of the strengths as well. Next is world's largest oil palm plantation company, which is more than 600,000 hectares of planted areas, and so its leaders in sustainability to achieve certain goals as well in a long term. Next, it is the CPM, which is the competitive profile matrix of Genting Group Berhad, which is stated as 3.68, FGV as 3.33, and so Genting as 3.15. And so as we saw that, and so Genting Group Berhad has stated the highest CPM, which is 3.68 if compared to FGV and so Genting.
Hi, my name is Madanraj son of Unidi. Today I'm going to present the fourth question, which is what the firm's major strength and also weakness. First, see what is the strength. First point is Genting Berhad is a leading multinational company. Based on the survey I did, Genting Berhad is India's best managed company. Genting Berhad itself has 27,000 employees, 11,000 acres of prime resort land, 80,000 acres of plantation land. This means Genting Berhad has a great exposure among the public. It has a best advertisement about itself. The second point I like to say is leading integrated entertainment resort. When I mean entertainment resort, I mean by Genting Highlands Resort, which is a beautiful island which settled 20,000 meters above the sea and also with a suitable temperature. By year, the visitors of Genting Resort increases, which is for the year 2018, the visitors are 38.5 million compared to 2008, which is 17.5 million. It means the visitors of Genting Island Resort increases, and also the publicity of Genting Berhad itself also increases. Let's move to the third point. The third point is Genting Berhad is active in CSR activities. Genting Berhad also supported unprivileged community, championed homes and charitable organizations. It also contributed to different sectors of community. Example of CSR project include CSR projects involved by Genting Berhad are National Liver Foundation, Orphanage Baby Hatch Program, and also Genting Berhad collaborate with 20 hotels at Klang Valley to organize Roti Satu Malaysia charity project. Same like everyone, if we got strength, we also got weakness. The first weaknesses of Genting Berhad is cost to run out services to the large customer. To customer is very large. As I mentioned before, year by year the visitors of Genting Resort is increases. At the same time, the cost to run out the services to the customer also increases. This indicates that it is an increase of cost of customer management is a main weaknesses of Genting Berhad. Secondly, highly risk of fluctuating revenue. Based on 2018, the beginning of 2018, Genting Berhad experienced net loss of 19.59 million. But at the same time, fourth quarter of the year, it had experienced net profit of RM 720.40 million. It shows that the revenue of Genting Berhad is fluctuating from the beginning and also to the end. The last point I to indicate of the weakness is competitive market. Let's see about Genting plantation. Many plantation industries such as FGV, which is Flagda Global Ventures, and also Simdabi are in the same industry. They are having same production as well. Compared to Simdabi and FGV, Genting Berhad has low publicity about itself because Simdabi is the world's largest oil palm plantation, and also at the same time FGV, which is a Flagda Global Ventures, is an excellent development in technology and also plantation. It indicates that Genting plantation has a highly competitive market in its industry with its competitors Simdabi and also FGV. These are the references, and this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.